Alright, we're gonna do the Pelicans. Say I'm 67 overall now. Alright, easy. Try to hit that All-Star week. It's gonna be the 3-point contest. Watch out be jacking threes during this game. 5-2. They had a good cover.
I'm sure you've all heard we're going to have some new faces around here. We all know that change is part of the business. Your job is to make the new guys comfortable so that the transition on and off the court is seamless. We rise and fall as one.
Yo, glad you're here. We a tight group, so watch and learn, and when you feel comfortable, do your thing.
Hey, as long as it don't interfere with me doing my thing. I'm just playing, man.
He is Steph Curry. But the good Professor!
I've been rapping for about 17 years, okay? I don't write my stuff anymore. I just put it on my head, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. No disrespect, but that's how I am.
MVP. I need to work my hardest. I forgot to do my warm-up. Oh man, I forgot. Steph Curry right there. My pops.
Hello, fans. Welcome to this presentation of the NBA Sunday night action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from Doris Burke on the sideline coming up. For the Knicks, they continue their stretch of home games, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team. And not only a 1-1 split series between these two teams last year, guys, but both wins were on the road, so home court advantage wasn't that big an advantage.
Yeah, and you look back to last year, these two teams were very evenly matched. They split the two games that they played.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Anderson and Davis, they're in the middle. The Professor out there with Holiday. And it's Evans in at the small forward position. Puts up a three, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from the Professor. The Professor's got 5 now. Going back for a second to your comment, Steve, in the standoff these teams played to last year, it may have been an indicator of how closely matched the teams in the middle of both conferences were.
Well, we know these two teams were certainly closely matched.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Golden State.
And a gigantic game for him at the free throw line. And he was initiating contact and really hunting those whistles from the referees.
Here's the Professor. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by New York. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Yeah, it seemed to me their three-point shooting was their own worst enemy in that game, Clark. I mean, even their wide-open looks weren't falling.
Yeah, and I'm sure when they think back on that game, Steve, their main regret is going to be that they didn't get away from the three-point shot early on. They kept going to it.
So it's the Pelicans now, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. The Professor passes to Evans. Here's the Professor. New Orleans moving the ball around, trying his luck deep, and that one's good. The Professor's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Pelicans.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now here's Anthony, averaging 24 points per contest. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by Anthony.
Can't get a much better look than that, though.
Sure can't. Not one you'd expect him to miss there.
Evans kicks to Anderson. Baseline jumper. The basket good off the assist from Evans. Anderson's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
And here you check out the story on Shane Martin. His last 10 games, he's putting up about 8 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And overall contributions on the whole, he's been putting up some pretty good numbers, but I think he can do more.
And Steve, sometimes that's just part of the game, weathering periods where your stats might not show all of what you're doing on the floor.
Now here's Anthony. Shot to end this cold run. He squares up and sinks it.
Now they finally connect with their 4th shot of the game.
New Orleans leading by 8. To the left side wing. No good from the Professor. The Knicks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Anthony kicks to Matthews. Clock at 6. Nailed from three-point land. Matthews has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Evans. Here's the Professor. Back to Evans. Passes it to Holiday. Here's the Professor. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against the Heat.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across. My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
Both teams will make substitutions. And here we have a rundown of the players you don't want on you when you're putting up a shot. The leaders in blocks over the last month. Anthony Davis, number 1.
I'll tell you what, as the month has unfolded, this guy's defense on the interior has just gotten better and better.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball. It's a 3-point game. 1:11 left here in the opening quarter. And it's Gordon penetrating. And nothing is falling for him right now. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession.
A moment to check out where Anthony Davis sits in the league rankings. 2nd in blocks, 8th in steals, and he's been such a good offensive player. His patience, his efficiency, he's ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
And of the numbers you tossed out there, Steve, I think his blocks ranking may be the most impressive to me. I mean, that's some rugged defense this guy's been playing.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
Pass to Smith. Right side Matthews. 11 feet away. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Matthews has got 7 points.
And it was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gordon, the pass to the Professor. Here's Withy, covered by Smith. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's the Professor. No good on the 3. Here's Anthony. There's the feed to Matthews. For three. And that's not going to go. Second quarter getting ready to start up. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
And I'm just so impressed with the long-range shooting. They have really lit it up from outside.
Yeah, the sharp shooting from deep, a big part of their lead, and they're playing with confidence and shooting it well.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Anthony, also Matthews out there. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Jason Smith. And it's Galloway in at the 5. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, the professor in the last outing against the Heat delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 35 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. He seemed to be everywhere on the floor the entire time and really was the star of the show, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Clark here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogghian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
Now here's Gordon. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Lets it go from 11. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 15 points for the professor. Knicks trail by 8. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Larkin dishes to Smith. Smith with a screen on Richardson. Hardaway kicks to Smith. Takes a 3. And Hardaway Jr. is good for 3. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. New Orleans leading by 5. Withy passes to Gordon. Right side, Gordon. He dishes it to Richardson. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Larkin kicks to Smith. Smith with a screen on Richardson. Hardaway dishes to Larkin. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pelicans.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into it.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Anthony Davis. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And we're through 2 here in a good one. Pelicans on top, up by 2.
Well, Carmelo's...
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball. We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's...
What's his weather?
Game we're seeing from the professor.
Clay created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. I'll tell you what, he was smart with his shot making too. He really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Evans and Anderson, the forwards. Holiday out there with the professor, and it's Davis in at the 5. Here's the professor. Off the mark and a bad shot there. New York trailing. Here's Larkin. To tie, and it's good on the way in.
They have finally fought all the way back to the end of the score. We're back to square one, whole new ball game.
And with a comeback like that, they've definitely got the upper hand going forward.
Evans kicks to Holiday. Back to Evans. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the Professor. It's rebounded by New York. Outside Anthony, and the Professor picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Davis against Smith. Anthony on the wing. Carried from 15 feet out. Anthony's got 6.
And a pleasure to watch him work at that end of the floor.
The pass to the Professor. Evans outside. Pass to the Professor. Feeds it to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Shot from 12. There's the bucket. Good. Holiday's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Wow. Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
Larkin kicks to Matthews. He feeds it to Larkin. Back to Matthews. Puts it up from 15. And again, it's New York.
And they made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Evans passes to Holiday. Here's the Professor. The fader. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Smith with a screen on Evans. Anthony kicks to Smith. He's covered by Anderson. Dishes it to Carmelo. It's rebounded by the Professor. The Professor's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Evans with it. Matthews covering. Pass to the Professor. Lets it go. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got assist number 5 here tonight. New York's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Larkin kicks to Matthews. The dish now to Larkin. Smith in the posts. Davis is there. Matthews into the lane. Good. Matthews has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
To the middle. Here's Anderson. And that one's drained from the low block.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Defended by Anderson. Kicks it to Anthony. 11 feet away. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Anthony's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks.
Now, halftime was exactly what they needed, as they have shot the ball much better coming out of the break.
Yeah, they have looked a lot better this half. I don't know what it was. Perhaps they changed the rims, unbeknownst to us, but something changed. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Here's Larkin, guarded by Holiday. Larkin dishes to Matthews. From the stripe. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, if this game comes down to the rebounding battle, they'll be the ones coming out on top.
Yeah, they've been really strong in the paint, battling the glass.
Kept alive, and he gets it to go. Now it's a 3-point Pelican lead.
And you look at the story defensively in this game. I mean, they've gone backwards in the second half. A little too casual for me. It's costing them. They're paying for it.
New Orleans has gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to Evans. Fires from the wing. No good from the professor.
Well, that was not a smart play there. That's a wild shot. They can get something better.
No, that's not smart basketball. He should have passed that shot up.
Back to Anthony. Can't cash in from close range.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pelicans lead by 3.
And
in a moment now to take a look at our State Farm list of the game. With 6 in the game, it's been some excellent court vision from Drew Holiday.
Well, he's been key to their ability to find the open man and really get the offense operating smoothly.
We've got
So, hey, cut the ball.
Anthony is out there with Matthews. And there's Jason Smith, and it's Galloway
Cut
at the
the
point guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now. He kicks to Carmelo. Outside Hardaway. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Again, the miss by Anthony. Pelicans leading by 3. Here's the professor. Here's Morris. And he banks in the lane. Morris has got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for New Orleans.
They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good from outside.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Not sure if he just ran out of gas or what, Kevin, but he's been awful ever since the second half started. It's not even been effective. Nothing too fancy, just simple execution. That's getting the job done when they need to make every possession count.
I agree, Clark. They can't afford any wasted possessions. Those inside shots are really high percentage looks.
Here's the professor. There's the pick. Corver passes to Gordon. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. The 3-pointer, no good. Knicks trail by 3. Matthews into the lane. Anthony in the corner. And he hits it to tie the game up.
That's a big basket there. You can expect him to be very involved and aggressive the rest of the way.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone in the 4th. And the shot is good.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
The Knicks making a switch here.
3. Well,
Sample to listen in on what Kurt Rambis had to say to the team. The message, stick with it. He said the game is right there, fellas, right there for the taking. But we've got to play with purpose and precision. Kevin, can they get it done?
Smith kicks to Anthony. Back to Smith. The drive by Anthony. There's the triple. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession. Drew Holiday. He's checked in for the professor.
1 second on the shot.
Orleans. Ryan Anderson. He's checked in for Marcus Morris. Evans comes in for Kyle Corver. And the professor subbed in for Drew Holiday. And there's the pass to the professor. And there's the feed to Davis. Evans outside. Pass to the professor. He dishes it to Gordon. 6 to shoot. And that one's good. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
That finish brings me back to the old days. The silky smooth finger roll.
To the wing on the left. Pulls up. Releases from the wing and drills it.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
New Orleans has got the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
Rugged play under the boards. It's not a place for the weak of heart. You got to go in there physically and aggressively.
Galloway. Count it. And now they trail by just 4.
That's just a case of 2 teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And the Knicks making a change here. And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5. Larkin dishes to Matthews. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Yes! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And you can feel the crowd react as one.
Yeah, that guy got them out of their seats and off their hands. Guys, they just exploded when it went down.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really won. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. New York's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. It falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Just a fantastic effort they're getting from Anthony right now.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Smart foul there. You got to try to extend the game.
It's still close, but they're fighting that clock as much as the score right now.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Looked like he tightened up big time on his way to the line. He could have and really should have closed it out.
New York's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, and they'll 5 of them. Matthews passes to Anthony to tie it up. Offline.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And a chance here to send it into overtime.
Need a 3.
So it's a narrow victory for the Pelicans.
Alright, peace, YouTube.